So we just got back and look at them numbers, guys. This is Jamie's 2.4 we just built in-house on the VD. And these are fairly accurate. This was a 4th gear pull on the highway. Got some good numbers. I was on 17 pounds of boost. And now this was back when it was about 40 degrees out. It is currently about mid 70s. It's really warmed up here. And it's only making about 13 to 14 pounds now on the same duty. So he's maxed out. His spring is out. We got the boost controller turned all the way up, and that's all it's gonna make. So I told him, if you wanna make more boost, we're gonna have to put a stiffer spring in it. I think he's just gonna leave it for now, get used to the car. I'm sure it's, it's still making 550 easily, even on 14 pounds. This thing's making some jam. Ripped 2nd gear off instantly, and 3rd gear is a handful. It's a fun car. So he's coming to pick it up Sunday. We're gonna get an in-car ride with him so you guys can see, and I think it should be a really fun time. All right, today is the day. Jamie is coming to pick his car up finally. It's out here ready to go. We're gonna give him a little test ride first so he can get the full experience in the passenger seat. It's really different driving versus passenger. If you're in the passenger seat, typically cars feel way more scary, way more faster than when you're in the driver's seat. I think it's probably a control thing, but we're gonna take him for a ride. We're gonna put the GoPro in. We're gonna see his reaction on startup and how it idles and everything. So I think he'll be really happy. Car turned out really well. The motor is sealed up really nice. It makes a lot of power. Doesn't smoke a lick. It idles nice. We did find that the O2 sensor that was in it was probably really contaminated with oil, and it wasn't reading really well, and then it ended up actually dying on me. So I ended up putting in a brand new O2 sensor, and it's way more stable. I did have to add a little bit of fuel, so the car's running really strong now. So I think the O2 sensor was probably going out from the contamination from when the motor was blown up. So that's another thing, guys. Make sure you're running a good O2 sensor, especially like if it blew up or something was wrong with the tune. Even if the O2 is still reading, it could be off. It could be contaminated and not reading correctly. Like those little ports could be clogged up, and it's not getting the same reading as what it would when it was new. So we got a new O2. It runs really good. A turbo, I mean, it pulls really strong. You guys will see in the video. So
like crazy like this. Big turbo Honda.
Right. Not bad, huh?
Yeah, not bad at all. Yeah, you feel that.
Oh yeah. It's got some top end to it too.
She just keeps pulling.
Yeah. The 2.4, man, a turbo comes on quick, especially for the size of the turbo. I mean, 62 is pretty decent size for a small motor, and it comes on quick. Holy dude.
Little second
We
gear.
just blew your rear or 2nd gear. You gotta be
That's why I was trying not to do second.
Holy, I thought I was gonna spin. God damn.
Oh fuck, that
It's,
doesn't sound
I think it's your rear. Because it's still going into gears fine. See?
good. Yeah.
It's your rear. We just broke the rear. All right, so you wouldn't believe just what happened. We were going out for a little test ride, and we blew the diff on the 2nd hit. And I've been doing hits in this car for like 2 weeks. Probably has close to 15 to 12 hits on it. I didn't have any problems. I didn't even feel the diff. With Dylan's car, you could feel the diff. It was going. His car felt like the diff was good to go. And we did a little 2nd gear hit. Well, we did a 3rd gear pull. I didn't feel anything in the rear. Did the 2nd gear pull. Didn't even have any type of signs of blowing, because normally when diffs blow, you'll start to kind of hear them whine and carry on. It's typically the collar will crack and you're hearing the pinion pushing in to the ring. Well, this thing just snapped right off. Car went to a red line. At first I was like, okay, maybe it was a trans, but I'm like 99% sure it's the differential. So just go out here and take a ride. So we just blew a diff. Jamie just came out here 2.5 hours. It really sucks, but he did get to feel the car. You guys will see the video. The car pulls really hard, and it's really on really low boost. I mean, 13, 14 pounds, the car makes a ton of power. So the only unfortunate part about that is that your diff and trans is gonna start to suffer. The diffs are known for not being able to handle a lot of power. So I tell a lot of guys, even go putty mod diff. Ben makes great aftermarket differentials. He puts upgraded collars, upgraded hardware, and I had a putty mod on my 700 horsepower car, and it held for a long time. Of course, the King is going 8.8, but that's an extremely expensive setup. You're talking $4,000 to go 8.8. 8.8, you'll never kill an 8.8, but it's a lot of money. So I think what we're gonna end up doing is just source out the factory one so he can at least get the car going, or he might be talking to Ben and see if he can get him a putty mod diff. But we're gonna go back, we're gonna get my trailer, we're gonna get the car back, and yeah, it's gonna be back in the garage again. So it's very unfortunate, but that is the horsepower game. Well guys, unfortunately that is the full day today. We picked the car up in my trailer. It's currently in the trailer, and I'm 99.9% positive the rear is destroyed. That's the game that you're playing with high horsepower. These stock diffs don't really hold up to a lot of power, especially when you start getting some grip. And it was hooking decent since me and Jamie were in the car. There was a little bit more weight in the car. It was hooking, and it was pulling hard. So he's cool. He understands. He knows like this happens. I was really hoping that if that was going to happen, I was hoping it was going to happen while I was tuning it. But it had no signs of breaking, so it just snapped on us. So it is what it is. He's going to look into possibly getting in touch. He's going to be possibly getting in touch with Ben and Putty Mod and getting an aftermarket setup, or I don't know, he might just throw a stock one in to get it going. But as soon as he decides that, we'll get it back over here, get the diff swapped out. It's not too bad swapping the diff out. And then my car's still here, rear end's over there. I gotta get that fixed before I can even get Jamie's car in here, but this should be fixed next week. I know Jason's sending the cradle and the mounts, so whenever that comes, I'll probably work on it that night so it's ready and get that out. And then I'll bring Jamie's car over and get the diff pulled out of it. So, but that's gonna do it. Short video, but exciting video. Not for Jamie, but for everybody else. Breaking stuff. I broke so much stuff this week. We broke the shifter, we broke the rear end of my car. Jamie's car's diff blew up. I mean, that just happens. That's horsepower for you. But that'll do it. Short video. Again, comment, like, and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys later. See you.